Medical dramas were dead until The Pitt dropped 15 episodes of pure adrenaline last year, won 5 Emmys, and just returned for a second season that makes ER look like a bedtime story. If you haven't been watching Max's breakout hit, you are missing the most intense hour of television currently streaming. The Pitt Season 2 premiered on January 8th, dropping us right back into the chaos of Pittsburgh's busiest trauma center. But this isn't just a return. It is an escalation. Season 1 shocked everyone in 2025 by being more than another doctor show. It was a 15-hour panic attack that tracked a single shift in real time. Critics loved it. Noah Wyle took home the Emmy for lead actor, and now, less than a year later, we are back. We are currently 3 episodes into Season 2 as of this weekend, and the stakes have shifted. The new season picks up exactly 10 months after the Season 1 finale. The timeline puts us squarely on the 4th of July weekend, which means fireworks, alcohol, overdoses, and pure mayhem. Although the first season gave us a grim look at a crumbling system, this new chapter feels different. It is faster and louder. With the Crichton Estate lawsuit still making headlines in the real world, claiming this show is an unauthorized ER reboot, watching Noah Wyle scrub in feels almost rebellious. The verdict on the first few hours is in, and it is absolutely brutal, in the best way possible. They could not have picked a worse day for a hospital shift, which makes it perfect for television. The season opener, titled 7 p.m., avoids pleasantries and opens on the 4th of July with the waiting room already resembling a war zone. The showrunners promised us chaos, and they delivered immediately. Burn victims from backyard fireworks gone wrong are flooding the triage bays, and you can practically smell the sulfur and antiseptic through the screen. The pacing here is relentless. Unlike other medical shows that cut away to doctors having coffee or discussing their love lives in empty hallways, The Pitt traps you in the noise. Alarms are constant, and gurneys slam into doors. The shaky, claustrophobic, and brilliant camera work refuses to let you breathe. One specific scene in the second episode, involving a teenager and a mortar shell, is so graphic it had social media spiraling all weekend. Max is clearly letting them push the TVMA rating to its absolute limit. Rather than the sanitized trauma of network TV, this features blood on the floor, screaming in the background, and doctors who look genuinely exhausted before their shift even hits the halfway mark. Noah Wyle is the undeniable reason this show works. As Dr. Michael "Robbie" Robinavitch, he strips away every bit of the charm he had as John Carter on ER. In Season 2, Robbie is a man hanging by a thread. We learn quickly that he was supposed to be on a sabbatical. He needs a break, but he isn't getting one. The script creates intense tension, where you are just waiting for him to snap. He is dealing with lingering PTSD from the pandemic and the events of last season, and now he is trapped in a hospital that feels like it's actively trying to break him. Wyle plays him with a quiet, shaking rage that is terrifying to watch. He isn't the hero this time, but just a guy trying to survive the night. There is a moment in episode 3 where he confronts an administrator about staffing shortages, and he doesn't yell. He just whispers the facts, and it is more intimidating than any scream could be. This is the performance of his career, and it anchors the entire chaotic production. We are breaking down every episode of The Pitt Season 2 as they drop weekly. If you want to stay ahead of the spoilers and get detailed analysis of the medical accuracy and hidden details, make sure you are subscribed. We track the storylines so you don't miss anything. Not everyone survived the break between seasons. The biggest shock for fans tuning in this week was the absence of Dr. Heather Collins, now that Tracy Feature has left. The showrunners made a creative decision to write her out, and the explanation given in the premiere felt abrupt. It has already sparked some heated debates online about whether her character was given a fair exit. But for every loss, there is a return. Patrick Ball is back as Dr. Frank Langdon, and his storyline is heavy. He is fresh out of rehab, returning to the very place that triggered his addiction. The tension between him and Robbie is thick enough to cut with a scalpel, and you can tell Robbie doesn't trust him yet. We also have new blood. Sepideh Moafi joins the cast as Dr. Al-Hashimi, bringing a completely different energy. Cold, efficient, and unbothered by the madness. She clashes with the existing team immediately, which changes the atmosphere in the trauma room. The chemistry feels off balance intentionally, adding to that sense that everything could fall apart at any second. The real-time format could have easily become a tired gimmick in a second season, much like 24 eventually became. But here, it actually works better than before. Because Season 2 is set over a holiday weekend, the relentless clock makes sense, as the influx of patients doesn't stop. Each episode covers exactly 1 hour of this 15-hour shift. This structure forces the writers to stay disciplined, because they can't just skip the boring parts of medicine. They have to show the waiting, the paperwork, and the frustration of trying to find a working vein on a dehydrated patient while 3 other people are screaming for help. This week's episode, covering the 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. hour, was a masterclass in pacing. As the sun went down outside and the fireworks started going off across Pittsburgh, the ER descended into total darkness for a brief power flicker. It was a small detail, but it grounded the show in a physical reality that most dramas ignore. The clock is a character in itself, and right now, it is winning. Talking about the Pitt requires addressing the elephant in the waiting room. The Crichton Estate lawsuit against Warner Brothers is still ongoing, claiming this show rips off Watching Season 2, you can see why they are mad. But you can also see why they are wrong. Although it features Noah Wyle in a hospital and is produced by John Wells, The Pitt is meaner. It lacks the romanticism of the 90s. While ER was about heroes saving lives, The Pitt is about employees trying not to drown. The show seems to be leaning into this grit as a defense mechanism, becoming almost aggressively unheroic. There are no slow-motion saves. Patients die because of bureaucracy, and doctors make mistakes because they are tired. If this is a reboot, it is one that hates the original. This meta-narrative adds a fascinating layer to the viewing experience. You are watching a show that is fighting for its own existence in court, and that desperation bleeds into the performance. This success proves that the audience was starving for competence. For years, medical dramas became soap operas with stethoscopes. Grey's Anatomy became a romance novel, and The Good Doctor became a superhero show. The Pitt dragged the genre back to the morgue and forced us to look at the body. Season 2 solidifies that this wasn't a fluke and suggests a shift in what streaming audiences want. Viewers are done with polished, pretty procedurals and now want stress and the uncomfortable reality of a healthcare system in collapse. Max has found its flagship drama. If the quality holds up through all 15 episodes, we are looking at another Emmy sweep in 2026. This show is setting a new standard for procedural television, demanding your full attention and refusing to hold your hand. It makes it very clear that in modern America, a hospital is not a sanctuary, but just another battlefield. The Pit is stressful, exhausting, and completely addictive. It is the best drama on television right now. If you aren't watching, you are wrong. Thanks for sticking around for the breakdown. Hit subscribe if you want more honest reviews, and I'll see you for the next shift.